So as you move around, you send your location to this object here, which then registers with the table and looks up the value for your particular place in the grid. If the value is one of these, it will display that, and you will, be able to act correspondingly. If you land on a tile with a value of 1, that sends you into the battle. So let me just start the game and see if I can wander around. So I'm at 186 at the moment, 187, and still nothing there. And I'm at 221, and I'm in a battle. And if we look at the screen, sure enough, I'm in a battle. Let me show you that one more time. So we've reset the patch. I'm at value 191. I'm just going to go up 1 and immediately into a battle. So you can see this value here has changed to 1. Now if we go back to the main screen, the main patching window, I'm going to reset this so I don't die. The tile contents object, which is what we were sending from before, sends to the rest of the patch, because I use this all over the place, what's in that particular tile. If it's a 1, you can see here, I'm just going to go through the sort of data flow. If it's a value of 1, then that sends a bang out here and starts this battle, basically. As soon as the battle starts, the mob, which is the enemy, basically comes to life. And I've got a little bit of math going on with the line object, because I liked the idea of having the mob's HP appear and your stamina bar sort of ramp up. So when that happens, the mob's HP, which is a visual indicator on the main screen, gets set to, I think it's 100, and then the mob will start attacking you. So every set amount of time, I think it's let's find out just how long, it's every 4 seconds, the mob will attack you, which is basically sending a number to your health object, which gets subtracted from your health. And there's a chance that the enemy can get a critical hit on you, and his attacks, or his or her attacks, these, I should mention that these floating eyeballs are gender neutral. The attack is always slightly randomized. There's some degree of change each time. So that's every 4 seconds the enemy will attack you, and the enemy keeps attacking you regardless, and your health will go down. So let's have a look at that now. So if I hit spacebar, there we go, find an enemy straight away. Every 4 seconds he's going to attack me and my health's going to go down. So there's a chance the mob could miss, and if he does miss, then a little miss symbol appears on here and nothing happens. And there's a chance he could get a critical hit, and if he gets a critical hit, the sound is slightly different. Now in my case, I'm basically doing exactly the same thing, except my attack on him isn't every 4 seconds, it's whenever I hit spacebar. So if I hit spacebar now, that's going to attack the enemy, but my spacebar input is gated until the ATB is full. So if I hit spacebar now and then immediately bash it afterwards, nothing's going to happen until it fills again. So there we go. It only happened again when I got to the top. Now, if I want to be really cruel, what I can do is change this this delay. So if I change this to 10 seconds, I'll change this one to 10 seconds as well, and reset. Let's find an enemy. That's going to make my ATB, my stamina bar, take forever, so I can't attack him until this gets to the top, which is it makes the game a lot more challenging and a lot more boring. And basically at the end of the battle, either he gets me to 0 health, in which case that sends me to a game over screen, which I don't think I've shown you, so let me just quickly show you that now. A game over screen which looks just like the title screen, really. So I'm just going to I'm just going to change my health so it's right at the bottom. And then if he hits me again, I'm going to get taken out. That'll take me to a game over screen, and then there's nothing you can do except resetting the patch to start over. There we go, game over reset. So I'm going to hit reset. That takes me back to the start. And the other thing that could happen, and it's more likely, is that I'm going to kill him. So if I keep taking his health down, I'm going to kill him. And what happens then is he dies, and then a mob update bang, this thing here, is sent out. So this send object sends out a mob update message, which is used elsewhere. What that does is trigger a sound effect in the audio, and also it will change the visual display to show a gravestone, and it updates the tile contents for that particular tile. So now if we go into the table, I've called the table grid, which is why there's some confusion there. You can see this value here. This is the only one with a value of 4. or sorry, I beg your pardon, value of 3 because it starts at 0. The only spot in the x-axis with a value of 3, and if we look here, 3 means that the enemy is dead. So that means whenever I step back on this tile, it will show me, if I go left and back to the right, it will show me that gravestone. So that's how I'm able to have persistence within the gameplay, and that's how straightforward the battle system is. This was the first thing I did in the patch, and as such is pretty crude, and I honestly cannot remember how all this patches together on the fly. But I have other ideas to make the battle system more interesting, because it is the sort of core piece of gameplay. So this is the thing that I would like to come back and fix. The other mechanic we've got going on is obviously our health, and it's going to get to the point where the player does lose health, and I wanted the player to be able to gain that back. So the way he or she is able to gain their health back is by using potions, which are visually displayed here. But if you look at the potion count is sent from somewhere in the patch. So this is what I mean by me making the video, to make it easier for myself if I ever go back, because I cannot for the life of me remember where everything is. But basically, whenever you press enter, a -1 value is sent to the potion count, which changes the potion count to, well, if it was at 5, it would change it to 4. And that goes all the way down to 0 and doesn't change from there. And similarly, if you are on a chest, let's see if we can find a chest somewhere. There we go, perfect. I'm just going to use a potion by pressing enter. So now I've got 1 less potion, but I've got full health. If I now press spacebar on a chest, that's now going to add 1 back to my potion value, which gives a cool sound effect, and it means my inventory is now full. And that changes the visuals as well, which I'll talk about in a minute. So that's health potions. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is the experience system, which I added last minute but has turned out to be one of the most fun things to deal with. And that's here. Every time a mob is killed, it sends an update here which sends a value of 10 to the experience bar. And I've got this set up here, so the size of this bar, and again, this is the area where the value is stored, and it's also the visual feedback to the player as well. So I wanted it to look good, so it's a simple black bar that fills up every time the player levels up. It gets exponentially harder to get to the next level. So basically, the requirement to get to level 2 is 20 XP, and you get 10 XP from killing an enemy. The requirement to get to level 6 from level 5 would be 60 XP. So let me quickly show you that. In fact, I can show you that easier by hitting D, which is my debug, which gives me a kill worth of experience, 1 enemy's worth of experience every second or so. So you can see that's 1, that's 2, and I've got it to just delay the visual feedback, so you see the bar full briefly before it shows you the level up message. Again, these are all little things that just make the game a bit more fun to play and fun to look at. And you can see the increments look smaller and smaller each time. So that's going to be 5 to get to level 5, and this is the interesting thing as well. I mentioned this before. When you get to level 5, the map opens up, and when you get to level 8, after having triggered the candle, the exit tile reveals itself as well. Also, if you get above level 8 and then open the candle, you just need to get another level, and then that will trigger that out as well. But you can see this works, and it sends the visual feedback there, which is pretty cool.